Good morning, students. So today I would be teaching you all 2 or 3 illustrations based on subscriptions. In your full-fledged problems, you may have different kinds of adjustments relating to subscriptions. So I would work out small problems based on how you will be treating on different kinds of adjustments which are given on subscriptions. And also I would be teaching today 2 examples on how you will be treating your special funds. So let's start with illustration 9. They have given us receipt and payment account of Young Association. Disclose that it received 2 lakh by the way of subscription. Then we have additional information. And in the question they have asked us, show how the subscription will appear in income and expenditure account for the year ending 31st March 2016. And the balance sheet as at that date in each of the following cases. So 2 cases have been given to us. So we need to find out how will we show income and expenditure account and balance sheet in the above 2 cases. So firstly, what is the financial year for us? They have asked us to find out for the year ending March 2016. So it is 2015 to 16. Right? So first we will see case A. How would we treat that in our income and expenditure account? So it will be Books of Young Association, case A. Income and expenditure account for the year ending 31st March 2016. We would be preparing a normal income and expenditure account. Debit, credit, expenditure amount, income amount. So the first thing is we have received the subscriptions. So which side would it be? Expenditure and income? It would be a income. The first sentence is receipt and payment account of Young Association disclose that it has received 2 lakh by the way of subscription. So we will be writing by subscriptions 2 lakh. Right? Next, in our additional information they have given subscription outstanding as on 1/4/2015. In the bracket they have given out of which 3,500 is received in 15/16. So total subscription outstanding in 2015 was 5,000, but out of 5,000 we have received 3,500 in 2015-16, which means 1,500 is still outstanding. But what has received is related to a previous year or current year. It is related to a previous year, that is 2014-15. So we will deduct it. Why are we deducting anything related to previous year? Because in the income and expenditure account, we are taking into consideration only our current year's income or expenses. So less subscriptions relating to previous year. We will not write the entire 5,000. We would be writing only what has been received. So it is 3,500. We get 1,96,500. Next, subscription received in advance on 31/3/2015 is 3,000. So last year we received 3,000 as advance. Advance means for the next year we have received it this year. So is it related to your previous year or the current year? It is related to your current year because in the previous year we received subscriptions for the next year. So we will add. It is subscriptions received in advance. In bracket you can write 31st March 2015. So how much is it? 3,000. So we get 1,99,500. Next information is subscription received in advance on 31st March 2016. So this year we are giving an advance subscription for the next year. So is it related to our current year or the next year? It is related to our next year. Why? Because we are giving subscriptions in advance for the next year. So will we add or deduct? We will be deducting it. Less subscriptions in advance, in bracket you can write 31st/3/2016. How much is it? 4,100. We get again 1,95,400. Now case A. If subscription outstanding for 2015-16 is 6,400. So for the current year, our subscription outstanding is 6,400. Outstanding means it is not yet paid, it is yet to be paid. So 6,400 is outstanding this year, which we will be paying it maybe next year, maybe even after that. So it is related to the current year, so we will be adding it. Add outstanding subscriptions in bracket 31st/3/2016. It is how much? 6,400. So what is the amount of subscription we will be getting? 2,01,800. Clear? This is how we will be showing it in our income and expenditure account. Balance sheet as on 31st March 2016. Liabilities, amount, assets, amount. Now go back to the problem. Whatever is related to the current year would be shown on the balance sheet. So first we have subscription received in advance on 31st March 2016. Outstanding subscriptions, pre-received subscriptions for the current year will be written in our balance sheet. So this is a pre-received income. Will it be on a liability side or asset side? Pre-received income is always on our liability side. So we write subscriptions received in advance, 4,100. Next we even have outstanding subscription. Outstanding income is written on your asset side. So subscriptions outstanding for 2015-16 we have 1,500. How did I get this 1,500? Additional information point number 1. Out of 5,000, only 3,500 has been received. So what is remaining? It is 1,500. Just for your information, if you need to write, you can write 5,000 minus 3,500, and that is how you got 1,500. When you study, you might be confused, so just take this down. So 5,000 minus 3,500 is 1,500. Then we have for 2015-16, that is 6,400. So we get 7,900 as a total. This 6,400 is case A, is subscription outstanding for 2015 is 6,400. So we are done with our case A. Now let's do the case B. Again we will be doing our income and expenditure account. Books of Young Association. Then you will be writing income and expenditure account for the year ending 31st March 2016. Again we will have 4 columns, that is expenditure amount, income and amount. Again buy subscriptions is 2 lakh. We need to deduct less relating to previous year, it is 3,500. Then again we will add received in advance, in bracket we can write 31st March 2015, 3,000, we get 1,99,500. Then again we will be deducting 0.3 received in advance, in bracket you can write 31st March 2016, 4,100. We get 1,95,400. Next we go on to case B. If subscription outstanding as on 31st March 2016 is 6,400. So the current year's outstanding subscription is 6,400. But in the 6,400, we also have subscriptions which are of previous year outstanding, that is 14-15. How much is it? 1,500. So current year subscription outstanding would be how much? 6,400 minus 1,500. That would be 4,900. So we will add outstanding subscriptions of current year 4,900. So the total subscription will get 2,300,000. Now you might be thinking, why didn't I do this in case A and why am I doing that in case B? The reason I have not done in case A is because they are given if subscription outstanding for 2015-16 is 6,400. It means in case A they had given you that in the year 15-16 the total subscription outstanding is 6,400. But in case B they have given if subscription outstanding as on 31st March 2016 is 6,400. So in case of case B, they have given us the total subscription of the balance sheet, which will be 6,400. But in case A, they had given us that for the current year, that is the 15-16, it is 6,400. They had not given us as on the date of balance sheet. That is the difference, and that is the reason in case of case B, I am deducting 1,500 from 6,400 to find out the current year's subscription. Next it is balance sheet as on 31st March 2016. We will be having liabilities, amount, assets and amount. So on the liability side, again the same thing, we have subscription received in advance, it is 4,100, and on the asset side we will be having outstanding subscription. Under that we have for 2014-15 it is 1,500, for 2015-16 it is 4,900, total is 6,400. So now you can see a clear difference. In case B they had given subscription as on 31st March 2016, outstanding is 6,400. They had not given us what has been given in case A. Case A they had given for 15-16 it is 6,400 for 15-16. But in this case the total is 6,400. So we need to find out for the current year, that is 15-16, how much is outstanding. Clear? Write down the note. Subscription outstanding on 31st March 2016 is rupees 6,400. Full stop. This includes rupees 1,500, open the bracket, that is rupees 5,000 minus 3,500, close the bracket, for subscriptions still outstanding for 2014-15, full stop. Hence, the subscriptions outstanding for 2015-16 is 4,900. Open your bracket. 6,400 minus 1,500. Close the bracket. Next, let's go on to illustration 14. Subscription received during the year end 31st March 2016 were as under. They have given the subscription information and then they have given additional information. They have asked us to calculate the amount of subscription to be shown in income and expenditure account for the year ending 31st March and show relevant data in balance sheet as on 31st March 2015 and 2016. So in this problem, they have asked us to prepare the opening balance sheet, that is of March 2015, income and expenditure account for the year ending March 2016 and closing balance sheet for March 2016. So first thing we will be doing, balance sheet as on 31st March 2015. Liabilities, amount, assets, amount. So they are given, the club member has 500 members each paying 200. Subscription outstanding as on March 31st 2015 is 8,000. So we will be writing outstanding subscriptions 8,000. Any other information is given as on 31st March? No. So this is our opening balance sheet. Then we will be doing our income and expenditure account for the year ending 31st March 2016. We have expenditure, amount, income, amount. So, first thing we need to find what is the total amount of subscriptions. So, in the table they have given us 1516 is 93,000. So, we will be writing by subscriptions 93,000. Then what has been given to us? The club member has 500 members each paying 200 as annual subscription. So what is 500 into 200? It is 1 lakh. So the actual subscription for March 15-16 should be rupees 1 lakh, out of which we have only received 93,000. So what is outstanding? 7,000 is outstanding, which is yet to be received. So we will add outstanding subscriptions 15-16 is 7,000. Any other information has been given? No. They have given us 14, 15, 16, 17 information, but we will take into account only of the current year, that is 2015 and 16. So in income and expenditure account it will be 1 lakh. Now we need to prepare the balance sheet for the year ending 31st March 2016, that is our closing balance sheet. So in our closing balance sheet, first thing we have the outstanding subscriptions. Outstanding subscription in March 2015 was 8,000. Out of 8,000, we have received 3,000, that is of the year 2014-15. So we need to write the outstanding subscription. In the table they have given us subscription for 14-15, 15-16, 16-17. So in 14-15 we received subscription of 3,000 and they have given us subscription outstanding as on March 31st 2015 was 8,000. So out of 8,000 we received 3,000. So how much is outstanding for 14-15 still? It is 5,000. So for 14-15, 5,000. For 15-16, 7,000. Total is 12,000. And then there is subscription received in advance. Subscription received in advance. It is 2,000. So the table, whatever is given, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, it means that when they have given us for 16, 17, which means we have paid them in advance in the current year. And when they have given us 14, 15, 3,000, which means those were the outstanding subscriptions for the previous year. So I hope you are clear. Write a note. So under note, first one, total members are 500, paying subscriptions rupees 200. So next line you write total subscriptions for 2015-16 in bracket 500 into 200, that is 1 lakh. Then we will deduct amount received during 15-16. How much did we receive? 93,000. 7,000 is outstanding subscriptions for 15-16. So first you will be writing total subscription in bracket 500 into 200, 1 lakh. Then you will deduct what has been received in the current year. We have received 93,000. So what is outstanding for the current year? It is 7,000. So this 7,000 was added to your income and statement account in subscription and your closing balance sheet on your asset side. Right on the second point, the outstanding subscription for 2014-15 is 8,000, out of which 3,000 has been received. Full stop. Hence the balance of 5,000, open the bracket, 8,000 minus 3,000 is still in AR for 2014-15. Full stop. It will be shown in the balance sheet on 31st March 2016 on asset side. These are the treatments on subscriptions. Now I would work out two illustrations on how you would treat your specific fund. Take down illustration 5. Show the following information in financial statement of non-profit organization. B. What will be the effective match expense go by 2,50,000, other things remaining the same. So first let's go on to case A. So where will our general or specific purposes be shown? It will be shown on our liability side of our balance sheet. So we will be preparing balance sheet, liabilities, amount, assets, amount. So we will be writing match fund. What is the match fund? It is 4 lakh rupees. Then in the problem they have given us match expenses, donations and sale of match tickets. So donations will be added, add donations 2,40,000. Then we will add sale of match tickets 3,60,000. We get total as 10 lakh. And then there are match expenses. So we will deduct match expenses, that is 8 lakh. So our match fund in our liability side will be 2 lakh. The reason why we have added donation is because when we are receiving donation for a match fund will increase. When we are selling the match tickets, a match fund is increasing by the sale of tickets. And the reason we are deducting match expenses is because it is an expenses and so it should be deducted. A match fund will reduce. So this is how you would be showing your match fund in a liability side of balance sheet. The second question they have asked is, what will be the effect if match expenses go by 2,50,000 and other things remain the same? So if match expenses go up by 2,50,000, it will be 8 lakh plus 250, that is 10,50,000. And if it is 10,50,000, we will get negative figure in our liability side. But this is not how we will be treating if the match expenses increase by 2,50,000. If the match expenses go up by 2,50,000, comma, match expenses will be 10,50,000, open the bracket, 8 lakh plus 2,50,000, close the bracket, comma, the net balance of match fund becomes negative by rupees 50,000, which will be shown on the debit side of income and expenditure account. So whatever negative figure we get in our match expenses will be shown, that is the 50,000 will be shown on the debit side of our income and expenditure account. So whenever our match expenses is more than the match fund, the additional expenses will be shown on the debit side of our income and expenditure account. So write on the note below that if the amount of special fund is less than the amount of expenses connected with the special fund, comma, in such cases the additional expenses should be shown on the debit side of income and expenditure account. Next, let's go on to illustration 6. Show how would you deal with the following item while preparing the income and expenditure account and balance sheet. So case 1, prices awarded rupees 5,000. So in case 1 they have given us only the prices awarded as 5,000. No information is given about our price fund or any other information. So write down case 1. Prices awarded are taken to income and expenditure account because there does not exist a price fund. Next, case 2 they have given us prices awarded 5,000, price fund 40,000, donation for prizes received during the year 7,200. So write down case 2, balance sheet. We have liabilities, amount, assets and amount. So we have price fund. Under price fund, how much? 40,000. Then we have add, they have given us donations in case 2. Donations received 7,200. It is 47,200. Then we will deduct the prizes awarded. It is 5,000. So we get 42,200, which will be shown in our balance sheet. Next we have case 3. Prices awarded 5,000. Price fund 40,000. Donations 7,200. That is the same as case 2. Then they have additional information. 9% price fund investment as on 31st March 40,000 and interest received is 2,700. So the starting thing would be the same. Price fund 40,000, add donations 7,200. They have given us 9% price fund investment 40,000. So we have made a particular investment in our price fund. So any investment will be shown on the asset side. So 9% price fund investment. How much is it? 40,000. And again in this 40,000 they have given us 9%, which means we have a interest of 9%. So we will be having interest on 40,000, but is the interest received? No, it is outstanding. So any outstanding income will be shown on the asset side of balance sheet. So we will be writing interest accrued, we get 900. Under the outstanding interest, I would be giving you a note after we complete the problem. Then they have given us interest received on price fund investment is 2,700. So we will add it on the liability side of balance sheet. Interest received. Why are we adding it on the liability side of balance sheet? Because we have received the interest and the price fund is increased. So how much is it? 2,700 plus 900, that is 3,600. We get 50,800 and then we will deduct our prices awarded. How much is it? 5,000. So on the liability side we will get a price fund as 45,800. Clear? You all might be thinking why I have added outstanding, or that is our interest accrued over here. In a price fund we will be writing the total interest which we will receive as price fund investment. We will be not writing any pre-received or outstanding. So the total interest which is received will be written on the liability side under price fund. So under that, take down the note. Total interest on price fund investment, in bracket you will write 40,000 into 9 by 100, 3,600 less received in year 2,700. 900 is interest accrued or outstanding interest. So that's all for today. We shall start with the full-fledged problem tomorrow onwards. Thank you.